Following practice ahead of the British Grand Prix, Mercedes are testing some aero packages that will be released on the B-Spec car later in the season. Signs seem to be doing well as they look to be closer to Ferrari. Lotus also brought some upgrades only for Carmen Jorda in hope that this will aid her in improving her race pace and hope to score her first points of the season and close the gap to her teammate Josh Gero. Fresh off his win at the Indy 500, Alonso was hoping he could translate the race pace over from the Indy car, McLaren Honda, over to his Formula 1 version of the McLaren Honda. Taking a look at the qualifying grid for the British Grand Prix, we see Sebastian Vettel taking pole only just from the improved Mercedes of Nico Rosberg in second, Valtteri Bottas in third, and Sebastian Buemi lands up in fourth, almost 7/10 off the pace. Lewis Hamilton lines up in fifth, almost a second slower than his teammate. Daniel Kvyat in sixth, Jean-Eric Vergne in seventh in the other Red Bull, Sergio Perez in eighth. Josh Gero lines up ninth for his home race, and Max Verstappen rounds out the top 10. Nico Hülkenberg will start just outside in 11th, with Jenson Button very disappointing qualifying for him, all the way down in P12. Carmen Jorda in her upgraded Lotus could only manage 13th on the grid, Daniel Ricciardo in 14th. Stoffel Van Dorn manages 15th on the grid, beating his teammate Alonso, starts all the way down in 16th, very disappointing for him. Adrian Sutil lines up 17th, with his teammate Ericsson 18th, and once again Will Stevens and Alex Rossi round off the back of the grid for Manor. Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to UniONE, this time round 9 for Season 2 British Grand Prix, our home race starting from P9. Let's see what we can do. Of course now we've got one of the Red Bulls in front of us, Sergio Perez alongside. Quite a long hold, lights out and away we go. Perez actually get a good start, it's like Vergne in front hasn't. Verstappen hasn't got a good start either, so it looks. And it looks like Perez is going to get up the inside of Vergne, can we tell him? Well, we run out wide, and I guess Button the opportunity to line up past, and I'm going to go side by side with Jenson Button in the Williams. Of course, home race to both of us. Button, for some reason, backs out. So now we're back up into our qualifying position where we started in P9. It's like Perez made the move up the inside of Jean-Eric Vergne for 8th position. Of course, off the start, Perez with the Mercedes power unit will have the advantage over the Renault power unit in the back of the Red Bull. And despite the Red Bull and the Renault power unit, you see in a straight line, they're already pulling away from us. Literally not really doing much to help us so far. Now we're worried about Jenson Button behind trying to make a move. And we really run out wide. Button gets up the inside, and goes side by side with Jenson Button in the Williams. Of course, announcing this will be his last season. This may in fact be his final British Grand Prix. Now going side by side with Jenson Button. And Button actually starting to see there, one Mercedes has taken the lead now. We're all over the rear diffuser of Jenson Button in the Williams. Can we hold it back down the inside, are we? Of course, it's Mercedes power versus BMW power. Maybe getting a bit of revenge for a previous race at Austria. We're going to go side by side with Jenson Button through Meckers and Beckett. Button runs out wide. Now he's going to come back on, loses positions to one of the Force Indias, well, Hülkenberg, and one of the Toro Rossos as well. And slots in just in front of our teammate Carmen Jorda in the upgraded Lotus, because we still got the exact same Lotus that I had last time, and I think it's showing here as Hülkenberg started to blast past us right on the straight and keep it side by side. Bit of side pod contact there. We was trying to squeeze Hülkenberg over too much. It's contact. We get shoved off the track. We get a warning there for contact with Hülkenberg. Now Button once again trying to have a look up our inside. They just can't quite make his stick. So Rosberg, of course, he's leading the race as fast as lap. We get warning for track extending, which as he tries to hold it around the outside of Jenson Button. Now coming on to lap 2, Hülkenberg is already pulling away into the distance, and I imagine Jenson Button's going to want to get past us sometime soon. So he can try and chase down the other midfield cars to get close to his teammate, maybe somewhere close to the victory. We've seen that BMW Williams does have pace. It doesn't look like it quite has a pace this weekend. Now coming further onto that lap, Jenson Button once again with that monstrous BMW engine going to go side by side with us once again through Meckers and Beckett. Now where's he going? He's completely off the screen. Where's he going? He's going sideways with one of the Toro Rossos in the background. How has he done that? He's come back. He's been smashed by one of the Saubers. Sauber's lost his front wing. The Toro Rossos get hold of both. Now here come both the Manners. Just caught up in the back of this. Needs and Manners seem to get caught up in the aftermath of everything. Well, then again, you're at the back, so they wouldn't get caught up in the aftermath of it all. Now Max Verstappen's going to look up our inside. So we can see the side, a bit of contact there. Once again, we get forced off the track. 2 laps in a row. Everything's getting very messy here. Now Jenson Button finally managed to get going once again. Yellow flags up in front. I imagine that's for the Sauber that's got no front wing. The Button hits him to go airborne. I was trying to replicate the move that Rossi did to Max Verstappen previous race. I mean, I thought we saw the last of the aerial overtakes at Austria. but I guess not. Don't know, Butler's lost his front wing. That's been a nightmare home Grand Prix for Jenson Button in what might actually be his final home Grand Prix. So now on lap 3 we're still in P10, now we're going to try and fend off our teammate Carmen Jorda, who does look to be going considerably faster than us now. It looks like she's finally going to rhythm, got the pace going. I don't think it's much of a fight now. Carmen Jorda can have DRS now because it's lap 3. You can just see how much speed Carmen Jorda is gaining with the upgrades on her Lotus compared to mine, which is still the one we run last race, which doesn't have any upgrades on it. Now going side by side with Carmen Jorda, we run out wide, give Carmen Jorda the position because she does look to be the faster driver and there's no point holding her up. Let's even run her wide onto the gravel. Now that's going to give Max Verstappen a great run on us now, despite having that Renault power unit. So we just got enough of getting the slipstream now off of our teammate Carmen Jorda. May even get DRS if we can keep close enough through Magnussen Beckett. And where the DRS section point coming now, looking back up the front. Sebastian Vettel slipstreaming DRS for Nico Rosberg, going up the inside now to the lead of the British Grand Prix. Saw the Mercedes brought some upgrades, but it's only downforce and aerial upgrades, nothing with the engines. That's still the exact same engine, power-wise, that they've had all season so far. And it's still lacking slightly in straight line compared to the Ferrari, it seems. Now going further onto lap 3, we've cut right back up onto Carmen Jorda. Cutting a few laps later on, Nico Rosberg's managed to keep right behind Sebastian Vettel now. Now looking through Magnussen Beckett, right in the slipstream. And he's going to go side by side with Sebastian Vettel with Magnussen Beckett. Vettel gives him a squeeze, but now they're going to go side by side. Now they're going to switch to the inside, now to the outside for both of these. Who's going to come out on top here? Now coming to the end of the Magnussen Beckett station, Rosberg's come out on top. Rosberg just get the momentum through. Now he's into the lead of the British Grand Prix once again. Now he's going to have DRS to pull away, and DRS seems to be more effective than slipstream, but only just. You see there, Vettel keeping right with Nico Rosberg through the rest of the down the straight. And now Rosberg comes into pit. Rosberg pits. So does Vettel as well. So that's going to be a battle of the pit crew. So who comes out on top here? Of course, there's nothing between them. So a bad pit start for Rosberg would easily put Vettel back in front. And Hamilton comes in as well. If you just saw it in the back of the picture there. But Ferrari double stacking. Ferrari having tyre issues. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen them have tyre wear issues this season. Maybe they're thinking if they bring Hamilton as well, you can hold up Rosberg in the pits, but then again Rosberg was only just in front, so I don't know what Ferrari were thinking there. Now coming back onto us, we're now up into 5th, Carmen Jordan in 4th because both of us are yet to stop. So we actually set our fastest first sector of the race in the DRS and slipstream off Carmen Jordan in front. Now to try and defend for Marcus Ericsson, even though he started right near the back of the grid on second to last row. So he's having a great race so far, up into well, he's in P6, but I think it's originally about P8 or P9, given that other cars have stopped, and we haven't yet. So he's still in the points, still in the top 10, I think. But we've seen that Sauber, he's pretty decent in the straight line, just lacks overall downforce. That's why they usually qualify near the back of the grid, but in race pace, they can really use that Ferrari engine and that low drag to try and elevate themselves up the order and get to the tail end of the points. Or if they're lucky, like Sutil last race, to get a pretty good points finish. And now we've got DRS off the back of Jordan, but only just. We can say it's just completely no use. And now Ericsson just charging down our outside, now turning to the inside. And Ericsson got the move, gets forced out once again. Everyone seems to want to force me out. Finally, no, coming to the pits. He's going back into the pit lane. And we just about managed to outbrake Ericsson. And then we've got one McLaren just behind us as well. I don't really know which one that is. Now, once again, it's going to be a battle of the pit crews, but this one's even more crucial. It's got the Lotus pit crew, Sauber pit crew, and the McLaren pit crew. They're both the Red Bulls double stack as well, so it seems to be a lot of teams double stacking so far, which quite interesting. See why they leave the car out the other lap. Now going out for on one stop on set the hard side. We've been held from McLaren. Great pistol there from McLaren to get ahead of us, but whereabouts is the Sauber? Where's Ericsson? Ericsson's going to come out behind us. So Ericsson's just lost a position, and we've lost a position, and that McLaren, whichever one that is, just come out and gain 2 positions. Great stop for them. Now whereabouts are we going to rejoin on the track? That's one of the Red Bulls not too far in front, of course, because they had to stack. So we're going to come out behind one of the Toro Rossos. Very costly pit stop there. You can see that McLaren will actually come out ahead of whichever Toro Rosso that is. That's Verstappen, so if we hadn't been held up, we'd have come out ahead of Verstappen. That's been a very costly pit stop there. I think Verstappen may have actually jumped us, I think he may have stopped earlier. Yeah, Verstappen must have stopped. So Verstappen got undercut on us there. And see the clouds are building, so maybe a chance of rain later on in the race. And if that's the case, we need to hope that we don't get held up by Jordan if we do have to stop for intermediates later on. But now he's pointing some good laps, because now we'll have the undercut on Carmen Jordan, because Lotus selected to lead her up the extra lap because she does the extra pace. so she has to be able to pull away, and we need the undercut to try and keep ahead of these other cars in front. Now Verstappen's all over the back of that McLaren in front. I still don't know which McLaren that is yet. Now we're going to Max Beckers are going to go too wide. I'm going to go side by side. It's actually Alonso. No, we're going to go 3 wide through Max Beckers. There's a bit of contact. Alonso's contact when we spun. We've spun by Alonso. Now we're in the middle of the track. I hope no one hits us. Thankfully there's only one car coming. That's the Sauber of Ericsson. Ericsson thankfully gets out of the way. Is that a bit of smoke coming out of the car? No, I think that's just a bit of dust being kicked up from the grass. Thankfully we haven't got an engine issue. We've got issues now because we're in 18th. Only ahead of Button and one of the Manners, I imagine. Or no, that'd be the other Sauber, also the front wing earlier on in the race. Now cutting onto the next lap. There's contact, Alonso's got a puncture! And the Sauber gets round, but Toro lost his front wing. And you see us just ploughing past on the grass to get past both of them. I think that's Ricciardo and Toro. And the stewards actually gave us a penalty for an illegal overtake there on Daniel Ricciardo. Because, well, we overtook him off the track. They're both blocking the track. Where was I supposed to get? And I'm going to dive it up the inside now of Marcus Ericsson. And it's looking to see the rain is coming down. And we definitely don't have track tension now. I think it is time to come in for a set of intermediate tyres. I think everyone else thinks the same. Now once again it's going to be a battle of the pit crews between Lotus and Sauber once again. You see Van Dorn up the road just in front. Van Dorn's having a good race. He's going to actually be on for his first points of the season, seeming he could have got his first point, well, should have got his first points at the previous race last year if he wasn't completely annihilated by Daniel Ricciardo in the final few laps of the race. So here's hoping that Van Dorn can actually get his first points of the season this time out. Staying on to set intermediate tyres, now good stuff here if you want to get ahead of Marcus Ericsson. And we have got out ahead of Marcus Ericsson. Now we're in P12 still, but now we need to pull a gap to him because we got a 3-second time penalty for that legal overtake on Daniel Ricciardo. Now we've got Carmen Jordan just up the road, not too far in front of us. Now cutting on to lap 13, nothing's much really happened. Now we've got Jenson Button though right behind us, so we can try and fend him off. Even though he's definitely within 3 seconds of us right behind us, so Button will have us beat in race time. That's what I'm trying to beat him on track. But now looking up front, Nico Rosberg is going to cross the line now to win the British Grand Prix. These Mercedes upgrades really do seem to be working. And now here's the battle for second. It looks to be one of the Ferraris. Now as they all come around the final corner now. Yeah, they finally come. We've got 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th all in a line. That couldn't be closer if you wanted it to be. But for us, we're in P11 trying to fend off Jenson Button around the outside, going around the outside of us now, coming into the second to last corner. And hold it up the inside now for Jenson Button. Of course, Button will have us beat, but I still want to beat him on track. Of course, give the home crowd something to look forward to. Now coming into the second to last corner. Surely there's no way Button's going to make a move, but the crucial point is, how far ahead of 13th are we? How far ahead of Ericsson are we? Look around the final corner, P11 we're going to finish. Oh, it's going to be P13, so no points for us today. Taking a look at the race results, and Nico Rosberg will indeed take the win. 12.5 seconds clear of Lewis Hamilton in second. Sebastian Buemi in third. Sebastian Vettel in fourth. And Valtteri Bottas in fifth, and all those separated by a second. Second to fifth, separated by 1 second. I mean, they couldn't be close between those guys if you tried. Daniel Kvyat comes in a very lonely 6th position, only 4 seconds clear off Sergio Perez. So Perez is really good showing the Force India. Max Verstappen comes home in 8th. Carmen Jordan finally getting her first points of the season in 9th. Van Dorn gets his first points of the season as well in 10th. Jenson Button in 11th. And Marcus Ericsson rounds off the top 12, albeit without penalty. Without penalty, we drop down to 13th, almost a minute off the lead. Just showing how much of a poor race we had there. Will Stevens finishes in 14th, quite a way ahead of his teammate Alex Rossi in 15th. Adrian Sutil manages to finish on the lead lap in 16th, despite losing his front wing early in the race. Daniel Ricciardo drops down to 17th, another miserable race for him since his demotion back to Toro Rosso. And even more so for Fernando Alonso, from the highs of winning the Indy 500 to finishing 18th and 1 lap down the last of the finishers back in Formula 1 at Silverstone. John O'Byrne finishes in 19th after some kind of problem I imagine for him to DNF. And Nico Hülkenberg also DNF the race as well, so don't we know what happened to those two. Unfortunate for them that they DNF the race. But it gave us a fight for the points at the end. It was unlucky with that 3-second time penalty that we couldn't make it count. Taking a look now at the Drivers' Championship, Sebastian Vettel now has a 10-point lead back to Valtteri Bottas in second. Lewis Hamilton remains in third. Nico Rosberg slowly catching him now, is only 26 points behind now in fourth. With quite a gap now to Sebastian Buemi in fifth, and Jenson Button all the way down in sixth. You see, Button has so many less points than Sebastian Buemi, but Red Bull just haven't been able to have the good results to fill that gap. Because Daniel Kvyat's only in 7th on 49, now 1 point clear of John-Eric Verne, who was on 48 points. We're in 9th now, remaining on 42 points. And 10th is Daniel Ricciardo, who remains on 40 points. Fernando Alonso remains in 11th on 30 points, and Adrian Sutil remains in 12th on 25 points. Now Ferrari only have a 22 point lead back to Mercedes, so Mercedes gained 2 points this race I think. Williams are in third, some way behind, and have now got an 18 point gap over Red Bull, so I think Williams look pretty much set in third, unless Red Bull really need a miracle now, some good results. Where Williams slip up, Red Bull need to fill the gap, and that's just not what they're doing. Lotus are in 5th on 52 points, they're still 52 points more than they had last season, so good stuff for Lotus. Now Carmen Jordan just needs to string together some good results, and same for me, he needs to stop having this bad luck, stop getting taken out by everyone else. So this was a really messy race, everyone was just hitting each other. So sort of the Button, that Sauber, everyone's hitting each other. Toro Rosso in 6th on 48 points, still 4 points behind Lotus, so he did manage to gain on them thankfully. McLaren Honda in 7th on 39 points, joint on points with Force India, but because Alonso has that podium back at Monaco with the better results out of McLaren and Force India, McLaren remain in 7th, Sauber in 9th, 5 points behind on 34 points, and Manor in 10th on the 3 points. So that's been the British Grand Prix. Remember to subscribe if you're new, like the video. Thanks for watching. Also want to say thanks for the amazing support I have to say on the Indy 500 race. At the time of recording, well, time doing the commentary, it's over 224 views. That's easily the most viewed on my video on my channel ever to this current point. So I say hopefully everything can get up to 224 views. But yeah, thanks for the amazing support on the IndyCar video. And I also want to say thanks to that massive pileup for giving Alonso the win. Hopefully he can translate his pace over into this season, try and boost McLaren Honda, the Formula 1 car, further up the order, get somewhere close to Toro Rosso, somewhere close to Lotus. Who knows, maybe even to Red Bull if they can get some super upgrades on that McLaren. Anyway, I'm just rambling too much now. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and to like the video, subscribe if you're new, and see you all next time.